Okay, good evening, Shining Stars. How are you all? Hope all are doing good. So, last classes we dealt with the phrases, clauses, and the sentences. Do you remember everything? So, please go through the slides and everything. So, make it up so that you don't forget it. So, grammar is a part of English which is very much essential. So, you need to learn it with interest. Okay, let's discuss what all we thought in the last class. The phrases. Phrases is a group of words which has a meaning, but it is not subjected and it is a verb. So that is phrase. And next we come to the clauses. The clauses is a group of words which has a verb and a subject in it. So it could be meaningful and it may not be a meaningful sentence. So next we'll come to the sentence part. A sentence, when we are going to tell it a sentence, it's a complete sentence. So it may be a simple sentence or a complex sentence, whatever. So the simple sentence would be like it will have the subject as well as the verb in it. So then it's going to make a meaningful sentence. So this is how we are going to deal. And in this class, we are going to learn verbs and the kinds of pronouns. Let's see what are those. See, verbs and kinds of pronouns. A complete sentence includes a subject. Okay, a complete sentence which includes a subject and a predicate with a main word in the predicate being the verb. So the predicate is the main word in the verb. So action words or verbs illustrate what the subject of a sentence does. So it's action oriented parts of speech. So the next action verbs describe what the subject of a sentence does and can be categorized into physical and mental actions. Okay, the physical actions. So the physical actions, these verbs describe for actions that can be seen, touched and felt. That is like crying, somebody slapped. So these are the actions. To describe the actions, that is called physical action. And the mental actions. So the mental action is, so the actions that cannot be seen, such as just we forgot, I'm thinking. So these are all the mental actions that we are going to do. So these are all the things. And linking verbs, also known as being verbs, do not show action. Instead of, they connect the subject to a word or words in the predicate. They're describing what the subject is, or so when I give the example, maybe you're going to be very much clear. The common linking verbs forms of the infinite verb include to be, is, am, are, was, were, shall be, will be, being, been, and to have, like has, have, had. So these are all the common linking verbs. The linking verbs connect the subject to information about it rather than showing action. So they are connecting the words actually to show the action. Somebody is running, she is singing, somebody else is dancing. It shows the action with the verb. So the modal verbs, also known as the modal auxiliary verbs. So the function as helping verbs to add meaning to the main verbs in a sentence. They're adding the meaning to a sentence. That is called the modal verb. It is also called as the modal auxiliary verb. The most common modal verbs are include, can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. Common helping verbs include is, am, are, was, were, shall be, will be, okay, being, been, has, have, had, do, does, did, can, could, will, okay, would, may, might, ought to, shall, should. So these are all the modal verbs. Okay, shall we do it once again so that it registers in your mind? So the modal verb indicates can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. Common helping verbs include is, am, are, was, were, shall be, will be, being, been, has, have, had, do, does, did, can, could, will, would, may, might, ought to, shall, should. So you can also include few of the things which you find it. Okay, the forms of verb to do. Do is to do any action. So do, does, doing, did, done, serve as main verbs or helping verbs, primarily with the questions and negative sentences. So a verb phrase includes a helping verb that comes before the main verb. So let's see what are all those. The verb phrase includes a helping verb that comes before the main verb. Okay, so it can consist of multiple helping verbs and may have a pronoun or adverb in it, and it comes between the helping and the main verb. So let's do it with the kinds of pronoun. So the kinds of pronouns are pronouns substitute for a noun or a noun phrase. So they are like twin brothers or twin sisters, noun and pronoun. They are there to substitute each other, noun or the phrase also. The word or the phrase that a pronoun refers to is called an antecedent. So the word or the phrase that is a pronoun refers it as an antecedent. Pronouns should agree with their antecedents in number, person and in gender. These are the conditions applied here. The pronoun to be agree with to be with their antecedents, it's a number, person and a gender. This is called the pronoun antecedent, agreement. Okay. The next comes the singular pronoun. So let's do it with a singular pronoun. Replaced a singular noun. A plural noun replaces a plural noun itself. The singular noun, it replaces the singular noun itself, and the plural noun replaces the plural noun itself. So the different types of pronouns include relative, reflexive, emphasizing, indefinite, interrogative, demonstrative, possessive, and personal pronouns. The names itself indicates the meaning of the pronouns. Let's see what are all those. One by one we'll see that. So once again we'll check with the what are the types of pronouns. It includes relative, reflexive, emphasizing, indefinite, interrogative, demonstrative, possessive, and personal. So these are all the types of pronouns. Okay, let's see each of them. We'll see with the examples. Then it is confirmed that you are learning. So the relative pronoun. So what is the relative pronoun? Appear in complex sentence and refer to a noun in the main clause. So it appears to be the noun in the main clause. For example, who, whoever, whom, whomever, which, whichever, that, those, whose. Then reflective and emphasizing pronouns. What are these? Singular, like example, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, oneself, the plural ones. Yourself, ourself, yourselves. Okay, then we'll come to reflective pronouns. What are reflective pronouns? As the name itself indicates, are essential to the meaning of the sentence, act as the object of the sentence, show the receiver of an action, follow a verb or a preposition. So these are all the conditions which they have applied. So let's see each of them. The reflective pronouns are essential to the meaning of the sentence. It should be an essential phrase. Act as the object of the sentence. It should be acting as the main object of the sentence should be the reflective pronoun. Show the receiver of an action. So somebody is receiving, we say that Geeta is singing the song. So who is the receiver here? Geeta is the receiver of an action. Follow a verb or a preposition. It should follow a verb or a preposition. These are the conditions of the reflexive pronoun. Emphasizing pronoun. As the word says, it is emphasizing, it is insisting, it is putting more pressure on the pronoun. So are not essential to the meaning of the sentence. Need not be essential part of the sentence. Are part of the subject. It will be definitely the part of the subject. Are placed before the verbs. You should know that it is placed before the verb and can be removed without changing the meaning. So this can be removed without changing the meaning. Like Geeta is singing, Geeta may also be dancing. So we can remove it according to the situation or according to the instance. So the next one is indefinite pronouns. Includes anybody. So it is not a definite one. It is, the subject is different. So it can be anything like anybody, anyone, anything, everybody, everyone. We are speaking in general. So that is a indefinite pronoun. So like everything, nobody. So indefinite pronoun refer to one or more unspecified persons, things or objects. They refer to the people or things without specifying exactly who or what they are, and do not introduce a clause in it. The words ending in one or body are used for people, while words ending in things, anything, everything, it's the example, are used for things. So the interrogative pronoun, who is used to ask questions. So about people and functions as a subject of a sentence. Let's see what is that. It refers to a specifically to a person and can be used for both singular and plural nouns. Let's see what are all those. So demonstrative pronouns. So what does that mean? Something which is demonstrating, which is an example, which is preferably, which is a demonstrative object, replaces noun, point to the specific items or people. They are referring to some people or the specific items. It could be the thing or the place or the person. They change based on number. It could be singular or plural, and the distance, here or far, near or far. So that is a demonstrative pronoun. Is a word like this, that, these, those, used to point a specific person or a thing, where this is becomes these. It's a singular form, it's a plural form, and indicates something nearby. While, so when the things are nearby, we're going to say that. Those refer to something further away. Okay. So the possessive pronoun. So the last one is the possessive pronoun. It's a word that indicates ownership of something by standing alone. So it stands by its own, refers to, and replacing a noun, meaning it does not modify a noun. So it's a replacing noun, meaning it does not modify a noun in it. So, but instead directly shows that something belongs to someone. For example, include mine, yours, hers, ours, and theirs. It is showing the possessive pronoun. As the word indicates, it is possessive. Mine, yours, hers, ours, and theirs. Okay. So the possessive pronoun indicates the ownership. So mine, belonging to me. So this class is mine, this pen is mine. So yours, belonging to you. So it's a singular thing. You have the ink, you have the bottle. So those are all the singular things. And hers, belonging to her. His, belonging to him. Its, belonging to it. It may be a thing, animal, or whatever it could be. So it is a possessive pronoun. So let's recollect. whatever we have done. So in this class, what all we learnt? Verbs and kinds of pronouns. So there are two things related to verbs, the mental action as well as the physical. So we have already dealt with this and we have given the examples also. So it is a linking verb, and a common linking verb forms the infinite verb. The linking verbs connect the subject and information about it rather than the showing action. It is going to connect the two phrases. We could say that. And we have the modal verb. It's also called as the modal auxiliary verbs. Okay. The most common modal verbs are these: can, could, may, might. The common helping verbs could be is, am, are, was, were, shall be, will be. These are all the modal verbs. So the forms of verb is like do, does, doing, did, done. It is mainly based on the action. And we have dealt with the kinds of pronouns also. So what are the pronouns we have dealt with? Relative, so these are all the relative, reflexive, emphasizing, indefinite, interrogative, demonstrative, possessive, and personal pronouns. These are all the pronouns we have dealt with. Please do comment if you have any doubts, if you have any clarification. Please comment, and we'll be ending the session today. So endendigu endu namma tapasya. So please do clarify for any clarification or for any thing, you can please comment on it. So take care. Bye. See you all.